I was diagnosed with bladder cancer in April 2013, and I had 4 weeks of 2-weekly chemotherapy cycles, and then 1 month of every weekday, a radiotherapy. The radiotherapy worked really well, and I was very pleased about it. It happened when I was on the toilet, from my bottom, yes. Well, I wasn't too sure. Not very often to start with. It was very light and very small, really not. And then I thought maybe I should be a bit more concerned about it, so that's when I went to the GP. It was very unpleasant, yes, extremely unpleasant. Gradually, over the next few months, it began to get worse and worse. And then in January of 2015, I started to keep a record of exactly what was happening here, because I had no idea how often it was or to what extent it was. It just got so bad, seriously bad, and I did get very anemic, and the doctor was very concerned, and that's when she sent me to the William Harvey for a blood transfusion. People generally don't bother to say, oh, you look awful, but afterwards people are saying, you looked really bad. The doctor was very concerned. Well, I had the colonoscopy, which decided it was proctitis, radiotherapy proctitis, which is the veins are damaged in the rectum and is a known problem with radiotherapy. I wasn't warned before the radiotherapy that this could happen at all. Well, I read it in the newspaper. There was an article about oxygen therapy, how helpful it was to other problems other than MS. The centre's very close to where I live, so one day I called in to see if it could help. I mentioned it to my oncology consultant, and she was aware that it was very helpful, and she was more than happy for me to have the treatment. At the end of June 15, I started my oxygen therapy, and I noticed an immediate improvement. First of all, the bleeding stopped. The clots didn't, but the bleeding stopped immediately, and the clots were far less, and the incidents were far less, from 7 to 8 times a month down to 4. I went back for some more treatments, and since then it's been even bigger improvement. I haven't had any incidences in the last 6 weeks. None at all. No sign of it in 6 weeks. I knew exactly how many incidences of bleeding I'd had before and after. I've been recording them for some time. For the last 6 weeks I've been perfectly clear. It was a wonderful experience to be at the centre. I really found it very helpful. People were very friendly and kind. I would certainly recommend it. Without doubt, I would recommend it. I did not expect this result at all. I'm really amazed at the difference, and I would recommend anyone to try it.